sports. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're gonna split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy, quarterback sneak. It works every time.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Using the quick game. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Here's the handoff. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Now they'll run it to the right here. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Back open in the middle. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Second and 10 here.
Let's go.
Takes the handoff. It's Morris. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2 as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to bully their way in. And he's got a touchdown.
How impressive has this offense been just hogging the ball? They've just been eating away at the clock. They've been matriculating the football down the field. And here they are scoring a touchdown on their opening possession. The opposing quarterback's like, bro, when am I going to get the ball? When do I get a chance to take the field? That was crazy.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. So Oregon's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
Shows him the stiff arm. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
Moore will throw. It's caught along the sidelines, but he's out of bounds. Would have had the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the single back.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
The Ducks decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down.
Timeout called by the offense.
On the set. Clear. Clear. Slide 22. Slide 22.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He wants to throw. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
It leads to 2nd down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. On the run, it's Baxter. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
3rd down coming up.
They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. 3rd down coming. He'll ride his man on the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Loses 3.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32.
Offense will take over.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Moore to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Caught over the middle. It's sticky. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. This offense has a second down play. Looking for a crease. It's James. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
The Ducks have this offense rolling. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming.
Touchdown, Oregon! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a second and little something out of nothing. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
On third down, going up top. Pulls it in. It's Knox. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. After the misfire, now on second down. Off the RPO, complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Catch in the middle, it's Knox. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical because if he bobbles it at all or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to throw it. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he's going to try to return this one. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football.
All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. Out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Off play action on first down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Big first down sack for the defense, brings up second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Well, you get the incompletion there on third down. You've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down one possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, then you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Back to the ground with the running back. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
No surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He wants to pass it on second down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Incomplete. Third down coming up.
Ready up.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6.
Clear. Clear.
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Ready?
They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
On the set.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10.
Cricket. Ready.
He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Ready, set.
1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Grab behind the line. It's Stewart. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. And stampeding through the defense. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. On the ground, it's James.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Check. Alert. Alert. Low.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over. Five-yard line.
Ready up.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end.
42 Spider.
To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Knox. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up.
Okay, ready.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Slab. Fancy. Ready.
Running back searching for a hole. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Ready.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Ready, go.
Looking for room, it's Morris. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop.
Lasso. Go.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Got it.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down.
29.
He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. They bring the punter onto the field now.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. Tie game here with just a few minutes to go.
Green 25. Slide 22. Slide 22.
Makes the quick grab. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of drive. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Takes a hit as he fires. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot.
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's close, tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have back.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Moore will throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. On the move, it's James. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Big celebration, and understandably so, guys, but there is still time on the clock. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Pulls it in on the right. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield.
42 Spider.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Hauls it in and takes it in for a touchdown.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Lining up for the PAT.
For the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They'll try to pin them back with this kickoff and then have the defense put the finishing touches on a win. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.